아, 아, 에이. The tag will always be there. Maybe I should add a tag about stock. Morning Phantom. Let's see. More. A trader. Ah! Oh no. Thank you, Dia, for the 28-month. Thank you. 감사합니다. Wait, sorry. Oh, I'm not prepared. Hi, guys. I can't even put on lipstick today. Because my lips are messed up right now. Look at my lips. I got a cold sore. 아, 너무 아파. 아. Yesterday, I streamed longer than I expected. I was actually shocked. 너무 아픈데? 어떡하지? What is Shen Yun female? What is that? Guys, it looks like I have no makeup on. Why bother? Ah. Ah. In terms of dancing, I mean, it's always different style. I feel like they have different style. Today's programming. I bought this clothes, guys. Do you guys like it? 아, 근데 여기가 너무 아프다, 지금. Do you see this? Look at my lips. Oh, really? Huh? We're doing programming. Stock. Stock. That's so weird. 아, 너무 졸립다. Oh, my lips are in so much pain. So, today... Do I have anything I want to update before we move on to stock? I went out. One business model I find interesting. You know what will be really fun to do is talk about a certain business model. Because you get to see a lot of things together, and I think that's something that would be interesting to talk about. Of course, stock is fun, but I'm also interested in different business models. For example, I went out to Gangnam yesterday, and the recent trend, at least in Korea, is sticker picture. Not sticker picture, but like photo booth? Like these? This? Why is it not focusing? This is so popular in Korea. Like, it's really popular. I went yesterday to Gangnam to take some more with my friend, and there's a street and it's filled with them. Like, you get to see at least, I want to say, like, at most 10. So it was pretty interesting. What is lateral marketing? 왜 이렇게 춥냐? Maybe I should. By the way, now we have the newsletter. There you go. I have a minor headache. I think yesterday it was really cold. 여긴 진짜 비싸다. I think I didn't have enough water. Let me go get some water. 추워. 진짜 너무 아픈데? I hate cold sore. It's so painful because yesterday I went to, but I don't know where I caught a cold. I guess yesterday it was colder than I expected, but it wasn't that cold. But I guess I'm sick. So today we'll just slowly but surely talk about the market trend. And what I'm thinking of doing today is starting my wine project. There's a couple of fun things that I looked into the other day when I was doing some shopping. Wow, guys, I'm so tired. Oh my god. 근데 you know what's also unfortunate is that today's makeup that I've done is like far most the best that I've done in so long. So it's like I was really hesitant on being like, should I not stream today? But like today my makeup became so nice. It was a dilemma. I didn't know what to pick. Anyways, let's just open. Okay. So today's market. Oh. Market's closed? Why? Cause of Christmas? Oh, really? 무슨 얘기하지? I mean, it's okay. We'll talk about last week's performance and then upcoming week. No wonder Jolly didn't post anything. Oh yeah, that's true on the 26th. I'm just reading it right now just to see. Why is the major central bank schedule important? 와, 이런 것도 있다. No wonder the graph didn't move at all. 네. 네. Wow, what is Cal main food? If I talk this slow, this soft, can you guys still hear me? Oh wait, I'm not calling this a new product. Your car brake? I had my car brakes changed? Oh really? How'd that go? Okay. Is this okay? Cause I should not talk louder. I can feel it. Yesterday I wanted to do some studying of what I want to talk about today, but ended up just going outside to see friends. So oops. Oopsie daisy. Hee. I hope you guys are enjoying your weekends, by the way. Just put ASMR. Ah, really? Is it ASMR-y? Is that even a word? Wow, tomorrow I will finally have a break. I feel like I enjoyed my holiday break, but what really sucks about holiday is that you can never go back. Ooh, I like this. So this is for next week, right? And then I wanna do maybe next week on the 3rd, do a 2023 expectation of stock or the government or just of stock market. Is that possible? Can we find information about that? Oh, I like this too. What is unusual whale? 이거 괜찮다. Oh wait, no, this is typical. Fundamentals? Is that fundamentals? Hi, Fendi. I had a cough and slight minor headache, but I was like, yeah, I can join. Oh, sorry. 추워. Thank you. I feel sick. Did we ever talk about the interest rate? I think we did. I want to say we did. What should we talk about today? Let's plan together. Sorry guys, I was supposed to do my planning yesterday on stream, but we had too much fun playing Gartic. I wasn't expecting to play that game till like for 6 hours. Or like I didn't expect to stream for 6 hours. So I ended up kind of like, once I was done with stream, I just didn't want to think, and I had to meet my friend right away, so I haven't gotten any work done. Yeah, Garting phone was really fun. So I recommended like my friends. It seems like they already knew how to play it, so it was pretty funny. Who's Gary Wang? And Will? Caroline Ellison is the CEO at Alma Research, but I guess it was Gary Wang? 우와, 얘는 되게 잘해놨다. Yeah, if you want to. So this dude, oh. Wow, they have a Discord page? I should also check it out. Whoa! That's really cool. Wouldn't that be really cool to have Jinriko up there too? I want to talk about this. 여기 되게 잘 돼 있다. Other things I wanted to talk about. 이건 뭐야? Which internet? One day you can also have your logo on the platform? That's too far in the future. It might even not happen. I don't think it's going to happen. Guys, I think I got fatter. My pants are getting tighter and tighter. I guess I need to exercise. today I wanted to talk about. By the way, does anybody? Hi, Dachi.
Dachi_rated my stream with 32 viewers.
Hello, Dachi. How are you? Hello, hello. I don't even have a VIP for you, Dachi. Hi, everyone. Hi, guys. Oh, I sound so sexy right now. Hello, BJ Murphy. Hi, Dachi. How are you? How's your stream? 졸려. Hello, hello. Oh, what game did you play? Have no fear, Dachi is here. That's cute. Is that your raid message? Okay, bye-bye. 귀여워. That's so cute. 오늘은 actually today. Hi, Farmer. Yeah, I had a great Christmas. We had a fun Christmas party yesterday with chat. I think. Hope you guys had fun. I have to switch my account. Yeah, pants are not fitting. Hi, Skipper Neem. Hi, Obi. Posted some easy articles. Thanks. 오늘 뭐 하지? Today, what should we do? 뭔가 today I wanna do something. No. So I'm thinking. Hi, Mark. I bought a washer and dryer for Boxing Day sale. What's a Boxing Day sale? Jumanji? 아씨. You watch Jumanji? Oh, you earn 1,000? Mark, 10%. Let's talk about the housing. 요즘 뭔가 I want to talk about the FTX guilty. I know we already found guilty. Oh, what is 언니 coming up? Why does Adblock not work? It's Boxing Day? I've never heard about Boxing Day. Really? 오늘 아침에 일어났는데 목이 엄청 칼칼한 거예요. 방송하지 말아야 되는데 화장이 더럽게 잘 돼가지고 짜증나. 방송해야지 했어요. I didn't buy anything on sale this year. Had to get a new battery for my car. Cost me 270? That's so expensive. Batteries are so expensive. 아래 이겼습니다. 어제 사실 너무 힘들어가지고 끝나고 편집을 하던가 오늘 방송 좀 준비하려고 했는데 못했어. 그래서 지금 부랴부랴 하고 있어요, 여러분. 지금 부랴부랴 오늘 무슨 얘기를 하지? 그래서 지금 저리도 열심히 포스팅하고 있긴 한데 It's a UK holiday? Oh, really? I didn't know that. So Boxing Day. 아니, so like 아 진짜 여러분 재밌었어요 어제? Did you guys have fun yesterday by playing Gartic Phone? Like there were some really great interns in terms of drawing. 난 이게 제일 마음에 들었어. Thank you, Farmer, for 300 bits. Thank you so much. Oh, really? Death Knight, are you from, like, Europe? Thank you. Merry Christmas to you, too, Farmer. Hope you don't have to buy another battery. 그림 그려준 게 대박이었네. I have to upload this on Instagram. I keep forgetting. I am from the European mainland. Where are you from? If you don't mind me asking. I wish I was more hardworking. 뭔가 더 열심히 일했었으면 좋겠다. It's holiday season, right? You were there for a TwitchCon? Did you see me? Did I see you? Did you talk to me? And do I not recognize you? 공공지진. You saw on Sora's stream. Okay. So I didn't see you in Europe, right? Then I'm good. My voice is so bad right now. I hate my voice right now. I'm about to puke hearing my voice. Oh, really? Don't you have to sleep? I feel bad. I'm not a European-friendly streamer. So, I feel bad. Like, usually, when it's European time, I normally just play games. So I don't bring good quality content for you guys. But at the same time, I don't bring it anyways here, so... Yeah. So, there are some, like... Asian European viewers, but I think a lot of European interns left because they're like, I can't stay up this late. So holiday celebrated after Christmas. Oh really? That's really cool. So one thing that I wanted to talk about is like the issue with China, but then I think that can also get very political. So that's why I had to shut my mouth. Other things I wanted to talk about today was what's the reason? Yeah, well, I guess we'll talk about TikTok. So why not if we talk... I sound so different, I know. It's awful. Oh, really? Oh, Armani, thanks for gifting Farmer Gifts up. That's great. Well, I'll try to stream. If you like Lost Ark, I'll be streaming European time for that. China is a problem every day. It's not a news. Oh. Okay. Because China's COVID case currently is kind of scary, so wish them well, right? Because here it seems that they recorded 250 million COVID cases in the last 18 days, which does not sound fun. So the estimate says that in the last 20 days, 18% of the entire population got infected with COVID. That's crazy. Oh, that's what some of these news were. I was just checking YouTube And I found that, so I was like, what's going on? But I guess that's the issue. What's also opening up? 뭘 하지? 아, 오늘 되게 머리가 안 들어가는 날이네. Today my brain's not working. Oh, China's opening up? Oh, really? That's interesting. Always interesting. Oh, it's all great. Thanks for saving my budget, guys. You guys are amazing. So the COVID situation in certain cities and the capital of China has resulted Good evening, Joey. Sorry. 진짜 겁나 뻐근해. 근데 I have a question. So China's case right now is that every 18% of the total population is getting COVID, right? 사실, now that you think about it, dealing with COVID is always the hardest thing. What should have been the official case that the government should have done? I feel like, let's talk about COVID for today. I just want to talk quickly about this. Guys, before we get ready to fight and talk, get your fingers warmed up. Because I wanted to do this conversation. I think COVID is one of the, interesting parts. And I don't want people to killing each other, but they went hard in avoiding people to get it, but when a lot of people got vaccinated here, they kind of let it happen. People got some immunity. Okay, so today's topic that I wanted to talk about, today's discussion, we'll bring in some stats. Yeah, can you believe, 3 years ago, which means I've started full-time streaming almost 3 years ago. It's crazy. And look how far I've came. Let's turn off the sound. So I'm one of those people who need background music not to feel awkward, but if some of you guys are okay with this, I'll kind of turn off the background music. So today's conversation, guys, is COVID. Why not? Can someone put a timestamp for COVID? 미치겠네. 안 돼, Scyther, don't ruin the talk. Thank you. 잠깐만, I was gonna also bring other things. Oh, Gyeonggi-do's also pretty bad. Okay, today's COVID. So hi guys, today we're gonna talk about COVID-19 decision. Uh what I probably will be doing is on the first part, I'll film it separately, but I'm probably going to do like the summary in the beginning and put our discussion. But we're gonna talk about currently China um COVID case increased in the last 18 days. Why not just read the title, Jinri, right? So as you can see in this article, 18% of the entire population got infected with COVID-19. So then the estimation included about 2.6%, around 37 million, becoming affected on Tuesday alone. So just one day, 37 million. So many people in China. That's crazy. So what I wanted to bring up a discussion for COVID is on my chat, we talked a lot about who made the right decision for COVID. I feel like it's always no one did the right decision for what should have happened. But before I guess we go on with like talking and discussion, I did want to bring up a stat for the live COVID cases. So daily, you're I guess up to 4 million a day around the January time. So that was the start, and then it did ease out. But I kind of want to cover a certain country. Well, I'll show you guys South Korea because I'm currently living in South Korea. So here we had 28 million COVID cases and ends up being 31,000. What's the percentage then? Let's get our calculators out. So what's that? Like 31,832 divided by 228,684. 뭐냐? 684. Right? Then less than 1% died of total cases. Oh, that's actually really good in South Korea. So around, we can say around February/March, it did escalate. Yeah, 0.1%. Thank you. Less than 1%. Yeah, so less than 1%, right? And so which country do you think dealt with COVID like nicely? I don't want to say like perfectly because I feel like everyone else probably made mistakes in between, but wow, this is really good for Korea. I didn't realize how good it was. So since I'm living in Korea, I could probably talk about how they dealt with COVID. Is that one of the major thing that they did was no more than 4 people. That was one of them. Another thing that they did was basically no later than 10 p.m. You would be out and around. So that was basically, I guess, the two biggest things that Korea did in terms of social distancing. And I guess, sorry, another thing that I wanted to add here is that masks on. So. And I know, oh, and I guess another important thing was that 2 weeks quarantine, which was really good too. So that might have led in the early start of COVID up to here, very low number count until at one point it just went crazy. This is probably because they might have just done like with COVID cases, which means like, yeah, now we're gonna try to do more than 4 people and everything. So it did ease out because they redid the more than 4, but then from that on, it's kind of like, okay, like, we kind of know what COVID is and it's getting better, right? So that was Korea's case. A couple of things I wanted to read from you guys. So with such speed, China will speedrun COVID with 2 weeks. Really? Yeah. So where's your country? 부하멘? 대부분 변이 이전 초기형 코비드 감염 당시 사망자들이라 감염 수가 쿼런틴? 한국형 쿼런틴. 이게 뭔 소리지? 감염자 수랑 초기 대 후기 이렇게 해가지고 How does a virus know what time it is? What does that mean? I think it depends on what part of COVID the past few years. I think some countries did really well early on but dropped the balls later, while others did poorly at the start but got better later. Yeah, but if you look at what COVID is just in general, guys, actually, we can maybe kind of conclude saying the earlier COVID form, it was slightly maybe more dangerous versus maybe the later COVID, maybe like the current one. So we had like the changed what's the word? Wow, what's the shifting? Shifting 아닌데. Mutation, thank you. Oh my god, biology 101. I can't believe I forgot mutation. And I did so well in biology. That's true, farmers. It's really bad to compare in terms of statistics, because just any death is bad, but honestly, I feel like it's really hard to, or I guess it was somewhat inevitable for the current COVID virus, because it is a virus that can cause death. So sorry to all those who've lost their loved ones, but yeah. But I think it's also important to kind of go through this stats, because if this also occurs in the future, we'll kind of know what's a better decision, instead of having to lose this many people again in like maybe like the next couple of years or whenever this happens again. So let's check Finland. So it seems that they were late for a couple of actions. And I do want to talk about USA, because I feel like USA is one of the also good country to compare and contrast with. So if we look at Finland, I can find it. If there's any other countries you guys want me to look at, feel free to tell me and we'll like kind of look at it. So their COVID case was definitely much lower than Korea. Their death was lower. So finding the stats, it would be is 3820. Oh. How many people live in Finland, by the way? I kind of also want to take a guess on that too. Oh wait, it says it here, Jinri. Look down closely at it. Am I stupid? So death was 0.6% of all the cases. And currently, actually, with a very minor percentage of the serious or critical cases that are currently infected. A 5.5 million? Oh. 왜 나 지금 Does that mean 20% of Finland people caught COVID? $5.5 million. 26%? Not bad, right? It's not. Because I guess if you compare it with like US, it's gonna be like a lot, right? So how did Finland deal with their case? It seemed they have a very similar graph to Korea, so they probably did really well early on. And it seems that 잠깐만, COVID started in 2020? Wow. Yeah, so this is actually doing a very good job in terms of active people. Seems they had little bumps in the way. Like maybe in like the August area, and then maybe like March or early January of 2021, but until then it wasn't that bad till February. So maybe this is when they started opening up to and allowing people to, I guess, hang out. So how did Finland deal with their case for COVID? Let's look that up. Finland, COVID. Did they do anything special? Restriction. Ooh, do they tell you all the restriction? COVID restriction. Ooh, oh, their UI is .fi. 뭐지? Quarantine and isolation. Let's look for Finland's quarantine and isolation. This is fun. Oh, really? Nordic countries love to keep their distance regardless. Oh, really? So here it seems that if you're quarantined, you must avoid contact with people outside your household. You can leave your house as long as you keep distance from other people. However, you may not go to work, to a shop or pharmacy, or to participate in hobbies or public activity. This is kind of an interesting sentence right here. So you can go out. So they're saying somewhat of, it's not mandatory. Sorry. But it's recommended to stay home, more like. And I guess don't go in public areas, right? And then it seems that regardless of your length of your quarantine, should monitor to see symptoms occur within 14 days. And then for those family members that's quarantined, they can continue to live their lives as normal, like go to work and engage in hobbies. This is also very different. Family members do not need to avoid close contact with a person. Do not need to avoid. Family members do not need to avoid close contact with the person in quarantine. Not all exposed people get infected, and if they are not infected, they cannot transmit the virus to other people. So this is saying, even if someone is quarantined, you can still be in contact with them. Right? So is it true that not all exposed people get it infected? I guess this is saying if they don't know if they have COVID, but they're still quarantined, you can still hang out with them. How can you protect yourself from COVID contact? 이런 것도 있네. Let's look at this one. So So if you're sick, stay home until you're well. Remember good hand hygiene and coughing etiquette. COVID vaccine. Get the COVID vaccine if you're ill. Stay home. Maintain good hand hygiene. Coughing. Use face mask. So everything is recommended, but not mandatory. Wow, interesting. What fascinating how flu and cold still exist with after COVID restrictions, like wearing masks, hygiene, people being more self-aware. Yeah, that's interesting. So during 2020, 2021, there was almost no flu due to all the social distancing. Oh yeah, I heard about that. COVID was not so bad that they can make it national emergency. Yeah, so I guess Finland already were social distancing to a point that they didn't need to be very strict on their restriction. Oh, this is pretty interesting. And then I want to just quickly check COVID. Is there any restriction on, and I guess there wasn't any restriction in terms of vaccine. So another thing to probably look into would be the vaccination rate by region. Would be another fun statistics to look at. Oh, this is in Finland. So these are different locations in Finland. Oh my god. Can I just get an easier one? I wonder if they have. Okay, so this is the vaccination record for Finland. So by December 21st, 2022, which is 6 days ago, it was 78.46% who got COVID vaccine. Wow. Oh, when did? Oh, so around July, June-ish, July, everyone kind of started getting more. So for like 6 months, it took them basically 6 months to reach 78% for the vaccine. Wow. That's really good. And then I just do want to quickly check Korea. Oh. Oh, here. So for Korea, oh, this is, I was thinking more in percentage. Oh, this is not helping me out. Okay, so this is year to year percentage. This is the time. Cancellation of quarantine pass. What is that? Why are they so hard to look at? Can I look at this? This might be newer law, but yeah, one ex-colleague of mine, his wife had COVID a few times and he didn't get it. So I guess, does COVID pass through air? COVID was not so bad that they can, wait, sorry, I just read it. I feel like, then how come? Wouldn't trust statistics due to countries and government agencies got big funding, just raising numbers. But I don't think they would. I don't think this is like the count of like how much they got the vaccination. It's how the number of people who got vaccination, right? Because I don't think they can just say, okay, we got like 99,000 vaccines, so we're gonna probably assume that 98 people, 98,000 people are gonna get it, and put that it's on their statistics though, right? Especially like the one in Korea, they are saying that they have their personal information already kept. So I feel like at least the Korean one would be more correct. But there's some research that figured, not fully sure yet, that some people are genetically less likely to get COVID. I feel like that's also true. So for this one, I wish they had it in terms of the total population. So it seems that there's not that much information about how many people got vaccinated or like the percentage rate, but it was about COVID cases. But how would COVID cases correlate with big funds raising numbers? So if you have more COVID cases, you get more money from government? That'd be so sad though. Anyways, I do want to look at US. I find US very fascinating. So they had 102 million, approximately 102 million COVID cases. They had a death of 1 million. So that's actually 1%. Kind of bad if you compare with other cities, but in terms of like how many people in terms of number, I thought it was I thought honestly it would be way more than like 1% death. So actually it's interesting. What was I gonna look at? This is the only stat for and then it does it by region. Okay, or a state. This is pretty interesting. I was like, why are they giving me another thing? Okay. So just in total case for US, which maybe I shouldn't look at it like this, but they also had a high increase in like the December, January. And then maybe a little slightly increase in like the earlier. So one thing maybe we could kind of just by looking at the US graph is that maybe just during the holiday season, because as you guys can see, during December to January, it has naturally increased way more than it did like earlier on. And then we kind of see that again in like the 2021 to 2022. So it's kind of interesting. And then it does kind of fade out, but yeah, this is definitely a lot bigger than I expected. And honestly, in terms of US, it's very important to diversify by state because US is such a big country that it really is different per state. So a couple states I wanted to look at would be Wisconsin, because I am from Wisconsin, if they have Wisconsin. What's unfortunate is that this is not like in alphabetical order. So yeah, look, I guess so it's similar cases in like the winter time, but they also recover. Oh, they don't have the percentage for Wisconsin. Oh, Wisconsin's pretty lower than I expected. 얼마니? What is this? Almost 2 million. 귀찮아. So, wow. 0.7%? 0.7%. Oh, 그치. And it also occurs here. I did want to look at California too. Oh, 진짜 신기해요. I'm really curious on why during December it would just increase like by a whole lot. Because they had more like 3 million people. So maybe this would have been a very very가 아니라 I guess a different COVID was occurring here and there. And then for the California, the percentage wise would be 잠깐만. So 0.8%. 한국이랑 미국 누적 감염자 사망자 차트 디코에 올려뒀다고요? 오 센스쟁이 감사합니다. 어디다 올렸다? 여기다 올렸네. 이런 것도 있었어요? 개 좋은데. Having a food allergy halves the risk of COVID infection? What? Bring me proof. COVID shortly after masks were no longer mandatory in public transportation here was in a train filled with loud football fans. Really? The virus is less stable when exposed to sunlight and warmth. People stay more indoors. I guess, yeah, I guess if you go partying too. So, this was brought by Jin Nin, and he's showing me Korea versus US. 잠깐만. On top is, what's this versus this? 이거랑 이거 차이가 뭐예요? 이거 똑같은 거 아닌가? 아니네, 다르네. 아래가 사망자고 위에가 그건가? So on top is the number of people who got caught versus the number of deaths. And then this is Korea, this is US. 백신 접종이랑 2차 대확산 기준으로 변화가 크긴 한데 그거 제외하면 사망자 급증한 게 근데 사망자가 이쪽이 이제 what's actually interesting is that probably because the count here is different, but the count was more increasing here compared to the number of people who got caught. And then here, just everyone increased. But US did a very poor job. So I guess you could kind of tell that US wasn't really quarantined in like the 2021. And obviously in 2022. Because if you compare the graph in Korea with the new law of like no more than 4 people / no later than 10 p.m. and masks on was such a big important thing. So actually, really, I never believed that this would have helped in terms of slowing down COVID, but it did. What's really unfortunate is that the increase of like the number count is basically like double this though. Just in terms of graph, not in terms of count. But if you compare with like the population, I feel like the increased growth is that it's pretty similar because this is probably when they were like, oh, we're gonna do like I just mentioned with you guys is that this is with COVID, right? So then everyone just started getting caught. But what we can argue that since the early on COVID was more maybe deadly and dangerous, it would have, I guess, been better to get caught here. I'm not sure. For me, maybe that might be my result after just looking at graphs and chart. But I guess I could see another argument would be that, you know, like they would still end up getting caught. So is it really like a big point there? So you have Thanksgiving, then you probably get an exposing a little later, and then Christmas people go to visit families too, and then even more, so people stay indoor more. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Seems like the period of reduced vaccine effect overlaps with the period of patient increase. Yeah. which is very interesting in terms of graph. The only thing that would put probably different in terms of Korea would be early on here is that you don't see an increase in terms of the count, but you just see more deaths occurring. So this kind of would state that early on when this was occurring, that we didn't have anything in terms of maybe vaccine, or even just, I guess if you already caught COVID, you can't, vaccines don't really help you, but there wasn't any proper treatment to treat COVID at the time. So either all they could do was be hospitalized, or even then in Korea, hospitals were really busy. So all they could do was, I guess, wait to be hospitalized, and probably had the increase of death. Very unfortunate issue. So moving on with Finland, another place that I'd want to check before we go on would be Singapore, as someone mentioned earlier, since we want to satisfy everyone. Singapore. And so, wow. Whoa. So this is, I know there's number, they don't have the number count. This would be 17084. Wow, so almost the death rate compared to those who got caught is like almost to zero. So they must have done a really good job either of taking care of themselves. So very similar to the graph in Korea, very low start. It seems that maybe during, yeah. So the holiday seasons, as you guys mentioned it's cold, no sunlight, and then family parties would be the slight increase here. But all of a sudden, maybe during January to March would be an abnormal time, but they had sudden increase. And we see another increase around July to August, and like, it's not that much, but like maybe in October region. So this is probably another like holiday issue. However, the death rate compared to those who got caught is like almost to zero. So I feel like they had a better control of what they should be doing. So early on, they had no idea how to treat COVID, and it took a little while before they figured out. Singapore dealt with SARS before, I believe, and also MERS, which were early COVID. Yeah. But what's kind of ironic here is that, let me just bring Korea's graph once more. And if you look at it closely, very similar region people got caught, and you can see maybe yeah, so they were at 500k. 500k면 얼마냐? 1, 2, 3. 이거지. 500k. Oh, it was actually very similar region, but how come Korea had more death than Singapore? 그치? Isn't that ironic? So let me just compare Korea. 봐봐. Oh, cases is like, wow, cases also 몇 배야? Just kidding, guys. It's actually 10 times. 죄송해요. 인구 차이가 이렇게 날 줄 몰랐어요. 근데 왜냐면 actually at the start here, 여기도 보면은 시작이 되게 낮았잖아. They actually started, 아니구나. 많이구나. 500만은 몇 개야? Just sorry. Erase that part out. Jinri did not know her numbers. I thought 500만 and the 50k, 500k were the same. Sorry. I didn't know that there weren't that many people living in Singapore. But so I feel like overall, one thing before I end with this count, I do want to look at a different European country, just to kind of base off, and I think a good comparison would kind of be like Germany. So like, yeah. So we would need to compare some like a big country. So their death rate was actually 0.4. And their graph is actually not bad. You know, honestly, my imagination for everyone's graph was like this. And this is the US graph, right? But since we hear a lot of stories in like the European countries that they're also not treating COVID correctly, but I mean, they're already at like the millions range, but yeah, they slowly increased it in this area, and I guess they were kind of like saying, screw you, it's okay. And then in this early season, they were just like blasting off. But I just find it very interesting because the early COVID was very deadly. And the fact that like it wasn't more like this type of graph was actually kind of surprising, and that it's actually growing naturally but slowly at the same time. And then you would see in the holiday season, as you guys mentioned, because it's holidays and cold. But just the big difference from here to here is just very interesting. So Germans had a very strict lockdown restriction. Oh really? I didn't know about that. So Germans actually had a strict lockdown. So I think US, we should try look at it by region or state. Yeah, so I looked at it by region. I did check Wisconsin versus California, but if there's other region, if you wanna let me wanna take a look at, feel free to tell me. So then, for those who are from Europe, which country do you think did the worst job in European country? So today we did talk about Germany and Finland, and I feel like honestly, yes, the number counts are like outrageous, but I feel like as long as they figured out what to do early on, since we made a conclusion saying the early on COVID was more deadly, more dangerous compared to the later on. But I guess back then you would never be able to predict that, right? And now since we got the statistics and everything, we could say that. So Turkey's pretty bad. Italy, Netherlands. Okay, so let's just look at real quick. I won't write much and do more analysis, but I do want to look at Netherlands and Italy along with Turkey, and then we'll move on to US. Sounds Gucci. And Sweden. Okay, we'll look at those four. So we'll look at it. I can't spell Italy. I swear to God, I know how to spell Italy, guys. So Italy here had a case. So their death is, I really feel bad saying only, but if you compare it with US, I guess it's like not that much. And then, so Italy is bad compared to, if I were to compare it with Germany. But not as bad because, you know, Germany was more of, if I could kind of do my memory right, was this type of graph. Korea was more of this type of graph. So I guess starting in maybe the cold holiday season, Italy was more like, hey, screw COVID, does not exist, right? So they were going out more, probably not following the masks rule, and like social distancing was not occurring in Italy. So it did increase, but as you guys know, during the December region, it did hit again. So probably just by looking at the graph, I do want to say, like, I'm trying to remember when like the variant of COVID came out. I do want to say maybe like early September was like the dangerous part, maybe. So, if we look at it that way, because I feel like um we need to divide up when like it was, I don't want to say it's okay to get COVID, but it was much safer than the previous variant of COVID. So, oh no, sorry, I don't allow more than 200 words. I don't know why. For the US, even state-wise, there were differences between countries. Yeah. So we'll go on to US right after. 시사회보다 감염률 맞아. Yeah. Wait, so which COVID was quote unquote safer? What region can we like slice it? Was it Delta? Recent like time period wise. Ooh. Omicron? Omni. 뭐거든. There's no N. So Omicron started when? Here. September, October. 아. 그럼 딱 맞네. Guys, then it fits perfectly well. Because if you look at it, start of October was here. What? In Korea and other countries, over here was here. 근데 감염률이 다 달라요. 유럽은 겨울에 됐고, what's really interesting, guys, is that Europe started getting caught around December region, which is around here. So this is like October. And then Korea started getting in February, April, May. Isn't that interesting? So yeah, if you look at it here too, around this region, so October, September, October, was like the start, and then by January it got really high. So I guess it spread it in other countries first, and then it took time to come. So, and yeah, that's probably when, at least we can also state the fact that probably this is when Korea started opening up and it got really bad. So I actually caught COVID around this time, by the way. Side story. So and then other country, we wanted to look at Sweden. So Italy, like we are mentioning, that's probably why the death rate is definitely much higher than other European countries, because they probably didn't do a good job of taking care in the early region. We're also going to look at Sweden. Wow. Wow. Of course the population does count, but just looking at the graph, guys, we one line we want to cover is definitely the August October line. This is the variant Omicron spread, variant of Omicron, sorry, I don't know why I keep saying Omicron. If we look at the other section, it seems that maybe during October region through May region, it was a huge increase, far worse than a lot of countries. And October to March, this is like, I've never seen this graph before, guys. Like, what is this graph? What is going on here? This is a graph you want to see for stock, not COVID. Stock, good. You know, we give them a thumbs up, right? But this for COVID is really bad. So it seems they didn't do anything. They were like, no measures at all. We let people get COVID and get herd immunity. Kids stay away from grandparents only. Oh, wow. So basically it's saying, hey, it's okay. Only grandpa gets COVID, and then kids just stay away from them if you don't want to get COVID, because we're not gonna do anything. Was their idea. Wow, this is far most the worst graph I've seen. And even in US I thought it was pretty bad, but wow, Sweden, just by number count, this is awful. Just shockingly awful. Wow. Natural selection. There you go. Yes, that's what they wanted. 네, 노미연님 어서 오세요. We also want to look at Turkey. We can find it. If I could click on the right graph, guys. And I really can't spell today. Can I? Oh. So, wow, they have no recovered data, guys. This is scary. 와, 이건 뭐야? And if you look at Turkey's graph, like I said, we want to pinpoint this around this region. My line is not straight, excuse my line. But holy cow, guys, we're looking at like early December. It seems this is one like increase, tad bit of increase, and then we see another increase in May. We don't even know how many increase. And then just starting from August on, like, this is actually Tesla's graph. And I keep telling you guys, this is what we want to see from stock graph, not COVID case. Wow, this is awful. This is really bad. Yeah, basically it is Starways to heaven. That's a beautiful way of describing Starways. Oh wait, that's heavy. Why am I sorry, I can spell heaven. So, and it seems that the government accused of hiding real COVID-19 figures. Really? That's crazy. Oh my god. And so we don't even know how many have recovered, and this count might also be like eased version of the total death along with this number too. So shockingly, yeah, like this is shocking. So, and no restriction, no COVID restriction at all for the last 1 year. It's the kind of, it like explains this graph, right? And I don't even know if I want to see like the percent rate versus like how many has gotten caught, but just for the sake and my YouTube video, I don't know if I'm gonna upload it like this because I'm kind of all over the place. Oh wait, sorry, I did it the vice versa way. .59. So actually the rate isn't too bad. Okay, because US was at 1%. But we can tell from this graph. Yeah, like I said, if we just go by this number, and yes, that I totally understand. Just by that number, it's not too bad, right? Because it's only at 0.5, 0.05, 0.5%. Sorry. But just in terms of the number of people getting caught, like the graph wise, this is far most the worst. This is like, no. I can't even breathe, guys. So okay, now let's move on to everyone's favorite country, US. I did hit US early on. I feel like I wish I was more organized about this so that I could put it on YouTube, but I don't think I will. So you guys can delete not that you can delete my timestamp, but yeah. I wish I organized it better. Unfortunately. But it's kind of all over the place. This would have been a fun one to tackle, but let's look at US. This is kind of our debate 101. So we did have a talk of we should divide it up by city or state. So we're gonna start out. Which do you guys think, in terms of state-wise, did the best of treating COVID or of fighting against COVID? And in the time being, I'm going to get more hot water because, as you guys know, I'm sick. Sorry. And I need more hot water. So I'll be back. I'm sorry, guys. 잠깐만요. Please put on your blinkers, honey. That did not go well. Oh shit. Oh my gosh. 아니 왜냐면 she didn't put blinkers and no one keeps. Oh, that's 장애인 자리. 장애인. Okay. I did go. I ran over. 아니 그 턱 있잖아, 우리 턱 위에 지나갔었어. 아 shoot, that's in the sun. trying to park somewhere. It's not about this tree. If I do 꾸꾸 까까 끼끼 꾸꾸 끼꾸 끼꾸 귀여운 척이, 그치? Then you say 하지마, right? Mister, thank you for the money. It's all your gracious. Thanks for all the money you donate. Thank you for the money. I hope you donate some more. Please donate more. Thank you for money that you give to me. So I say thank you for the money. It's all for my stream. 더 프로페셔널, 그렇죠. 오늘 내가 I just feel nerdy like this. I don't feel like an 아줌마. I just feel nerdy. Like old lady? Okay, we will postpone that one. 아씨, 나 무슨 아줌마, 이거 아줌마 같지 나. 할매. I just feel nerdy. Wow, did you see that? 점점 좀 느낌이 이상해지는데. I don't know if this is the route to the snap. Everyone stop smoking. Hi guys, I'm back. Oh, 추워. Guys, it's 24 degrees in my room. Is that cold? Why am I cold? I'm so cold. 아, 너무 추워. It's so cold. Ah. Guys, you know what I should have done? Was screenshotted all the graphs and then analyzed it and just uploaded it on YouTube. 바본가? Why do I think this later, guys? Is that hot? 그럼 나 왜 이렇게 춥지? I'm really cold. And I'm wearing... Oh, I don't know. I thought more automatic. Guys, floor is off. 19, 20 degrees? 안 추워? 나 왜 이렇게 춥지? Floor was off because I set mine to 23 degrees. So. 야, 너무 추운데? So I changed it to 25 so that the floor is on. 너무 추워. Holy cow. 미쳤다. 너무 춥다. 어떡하니. 그래. 이번 거는 그냥 스킵하자. I will not upload this on YouTube. I will bring a different article to upload on YouTube. But we'll just quickly go over the NA one? US and then end the COVID talk and conclude our countries. Which country made the correct decision? I'm so close to the computer. 에이 추워라. 추워. Okay, so we are going to start not South Korea, but you guys mentioned. Wait, so which one did you guys mention? That's when she ran over someone while driving? Yeah. Lots of damage done. Hawaii? Washington State. Hawaii. Any other states you guys want to look into in terms of analyzing the data? Florida? Florida 재밌긴 하겠다. I want to also look at Texas, New York. Like, okay, Alaska, just for fun. Because that place is cold. So we made a conclusion that cold equals to stay home equals to lots of COVID case. Florida and Texas. Maybe these are based off of... 잠깐만. Maybe this is... So Hawaii is... so Hawaii는 not bad. Actually, Hawaii is not... Hawaii is not that bad. You'd think Hawaii is bad, but this is a typical graph looking like, although they did have, we're going to pinpoint, I want to look at August, May right here. So yeah, maybe from the deadlier one, it's higher than maybe like Korea and other places. Yeah, that makes sense here. Because the Asian graph, we tend to see more of this type of graph. But if we're comparing it to like Europe and other places, we do see like a slight jump in this September region, but like, and then obviously we know this is like the most important, but honestly, this is not that bad, I think. So Hawaii, compared to other places that we've seen in terms of statistics, it's not like as bad as I thought. 맞아요. 거주 대비 감염자 비율까지도 확인을 해야 되는데 그거 하기에는 너무 많은 서칭이 필요하고 그거까지는 하면은 저희 지금 코로나 얘기만 한 3시간 할 수 있을 것 같아서 그거는 일단 빼고 일단 death rate만 하려고 하긴 해요. So, and if you look at Washington, 시민 숫자 어떻게 찾아? 찾아. It's actually I feel like would end up. So Washington, maybe we can conclude, does have lots of people, right? Yeah. So Washington ends up being 0.8%, which is pretty high. 0.8%. So whoever said Washington, that is somewhat correct. And this is again more, it's not as bad as what we saw in Turkey. Turkey was just kind of shocking. Turkey was kind of more like, we're gonna go up. Yeah, we're gonna go up. Oh yeah, we're gonna go up. So we did see that. This does gradually go up. And then we see a huge hike that we are supposed to be seeing. But yeah, I guess whole Washington is far most the worst state in terms of the graph, because just anything past, like, yeah, the first couple of months, yeah, it was just like the start. We don't know who got caught. They might have even gotten caught and they didn't even notice that, so it would have been spreaded around. But so 8 million Washington, and then approximately 2 million got caught, right? So that's 20% of the total population. Actually, comparing it with the total number of count would be the ideal comparison, but boss is lazy. Boss is lazy into looking for all of the total population for each state and everything. So I'm currently just checking the graph and then comparing it with at least the death rate. Because as long as you're recovered, I also find that very, like, doing a good job. The fact that they were able to recover. So that was the Washington case. That's true. That's true. So I do want to say that the data for a lot of countries that, like, you know, that you report just by saying you caught it without, you know, the data or the statistics might be a little off. So, but I guess it would be kind of like an overall, like, we're not going to be expecting the US graph compared to the other graph to be looking something like this, or like something like, this is what they did. They went to the moon, you know. We end up seeing like a very similar ideal graph of, yeah, it was an increase there. The Asian countries were more like in the downwards. But obviously towards the March, January, April, so early 2022, we do see a slight increase. And then a slight increase in the December region for a couple of countries. So, this was Alaska. I just wanted to pick this out because I wanted to see, because you would kind of expect not that many people live in Alaska. And, but then the place is cold, so we're kind of expecting people to not come out, right? So just the comparison between death rate to COVID case, we end up seeing it at 4.48%. So 0.5, which is ideal. They also did not do a very good job of keeping their COVID case under control. We would have ideally liked to be seeing more of like a plateau line after the increase in early December. But it seems like they had two hypes of early September, which was the start of the Omicron, and then another hype during the January to March region. So you can kind of make a conclusion just by looking at a couple of graphs for the US is that, start of COVID was very nice. Like we're going up. Very nice. But then the early December, you start going up. And then for most states, you kind of plateau. You do increase slightly, and then you see another hype in the January, March. So this is maybe the ideal graph for states in US. Now we are going to compare Florida. They are known to be very controversial in terms of COVID. So we are going to compare the death rate by the case count. Divided by 7312663. So this one is actually at 1.14%. So this was far most the highest death rate compared to the COVID case. Shockingly, we have been seeing everything under 1%. Everything was below 1%, but this was the first one that was above 1. So we're scrolling down. We see the graph of Florida. It is what we've been seeing. It's just that the line is more of a linear line compared to the other lines as we see, like I mentioned earlier of this. It's more like, yeah, we're gonna go up. So this is like the second worst graph I see, along with Turkey. So Turkey and honestly Florida are like same for me. But I guess well, we don't know how many recover from Turkey, right? So and in Florida, you're saying that there's 21 million people. So then what is that? So that's 33% of the population approximately 33% who got caught. And yes, the reporting might be sketchy, guys, but we're not going to think that, oh yeah, well, the reporting says but it's actually like they missed another zero. I don't think they're going to do it to that extreme. But so we're going to try to have it in our mind saying, yeah, this might be not completely exactly accurate, but it will still be, I do want to believe maybe like 85 to 90% on accuracy. Or 90% accuracy. And in statistics, if you get an 85 to 90% accuracy, you're doing great in terms of the real life scenarios. So, yeah, I'm not going to argue with that anymore. But yes, Florida was bad. Their graph is far most the linear graph I've seen compared along with Turkey. I mean, Turkey was kind of like ironic, it was like a huge up and then it was like, oh yeah, we're going to go up more and then I'll go up. So, yeah. So Florida, pretty bad. It seems like they really didn't do anything with their COVID situation and then they were just saying, you know what? You get COVID or not, just deal with it, period. Now we're going to look at Texas. And they have a death rate of 92,000. So if we were to see the comparison of both, it's at also 1.12%. Another count that's actually higher than I expected. And yeah, wow. Texas is pretty bad too. Pretty bad. So we see like the other graph. Here's the Omicron one right here. We see another one in early January, so holiday season. And then we see another increase in the other holiday season. So I'm actually excited for this holiday season, right? Because we will also see another increase of holy cow, what the heck happened? So we'll kind of talk about the prediction. Now, lastly, I did want to bring Vermont COVID case because I saw this on the bottom of the list, and I'm guessing this is like the less death compared to other places. So, they only had 791 death in Vermont. I'm kind of curious on like the population. Still compared to the COVID cases, it is at 0.4%. Still a little high compared to other countries that we've seen. And this one I think isn't too bad. We do see a gigantic hype in the holidays region here. And up it does increase in the earlier holiday, but it does plateau a bit in like the middle section, saying, hey, we're gonna try to keep it maybe better. So gets a bit weird with smaller population. Yeah, so it might be that they are not reporting. Maybe that's the case, but I guess Vermont, not that many people live there, not that many people party as much as like New York, we'll say, or California. So the cases were a little better. Like they were just automatically social distancing with other people. Sample size issue. Oh yeah, that's true. Oh, so kind of conclude the case. Oh wait, did I look at, and now I want to actually look back at the China case. So we've seen other cases, and so if we were to look at China again, because now we got data embedded in our brain saying, hey, this is what's going on with the world. We've seen like rough estimate of how, and the graphs of how the world is rolling, how the world is revolving with the COVID cases. So now if we look at China, which I do want to bring out the fact, this one, really the reporting issue might be completely off. Let me just say this. Yeah, period. But yeah. Wow. This is really Stairways to Heaven. So it is going up in the later section, but they did have a hype up in like the February region. I'm kind of curious why. So we do kind of point out that this region was we're kind of sketchy about this area. Is that, did you really not get COVID? But yeah, so just in general, China, the fact that they're recording like 250 million in the last 18 days, yeah, maybe it is the Omicron, maybe the less bad one, but still it's kind of sad that lots of people are catching COVID. But I do want to say that even if the data might be a little skewed, like there might be not that many reporting as we expected, the fact that I guess they're opening up now is a little better than before when it was probably deadly. So but we can also predict that whenever something opens up, whenever they're doing like a with COVID, we know that we'll see a huge spike. So that's probably what we'll be expecting to see with China. What I'm also expecting to see in terms of COVID for other countries is another hike, because it is the holiday seasons. Everyone is gathering. Everyone is going to be sick, so we'll kind of get to be seeing that. Another thing that's going to be interesting is that traveling is opening up. Like it started opening up earlier September, so that would be another hype or a hike spike. So that's kind of conclusion for my decision for COVID-19 is that, like Asians did do a good job of keeping the number count low. They did spike up really high compared to the other countries when they did with COVID, basically saying we're going to now meet more than 4 people. So in the end, you kind of can conclude that it's inevitable. Like, yeah, Korea stopped having 4 people meet at once. They did, though, I think, do a good job of doing that early on at the start, because they were able to kind of step away from the scarier version of COVID, as I would like to point out, though we did see a huge spike. So it really depends on what people value more. Is it Do you value more on, yeah, like they had a huge spike at one point, but not that many people caught it. So, or like not that many people died from it, versus even if they did all those like fancy stuff of wearing masks, quarantine, blah blah blah, you still end up seeing a huge spike with COVID. That's more up to your decision. It's not my decision. But I think I value more of, yeah, there was a huge spike, but they were able to break free from the earlier on COVID, which was great. So if this were to happen again, I wish countries who didn't do a good job of, taking care of the COVID issue would now kind of understand what to do in the later life, which is kind of shocking. Like, you have a bunch of analysts. They're probably much smarter than me. So kind of shocked that they weren't able to take care of this matter early on when this were to happen, especially it's like a worldwide issue, like a really big red alarm. So that's kind of my final decision for COVID-19 case. And let's move on to TikTok, provided by Jolly. Yeah. And hello, Fendi. Also, sorry that like my tension today is pretty low. I'm trying not to use my voice, and I just used it again when I was like getting so like shocked with COVID. But they're closing a lot of testing centers for China. Really? How does this new know it's $250 million? What? So I honestly think US should have shut down everything in the beginning. I'm still shocked that they didn't, though. I wonder what was going through their minds, right? When this happened. So it was kind of unfortunate. Anyways, let's work on the TikTok case. And we're gonna read it to see if there's anything we can take out from it, important news, because this happened yesterday. So who has a TikTok, guys? Who uses TikTok? Oh, and it's also Politics Matter, guys. Da 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 da. What's I going to do? Wait, let's take like a 5-minute break to like cool down my brain, because my fever is kind of coming up. My fever is kind of getting bad. So I'm just going to maybe take some meds. Like, my voice is also dying. Ah. Yeah. I hope you guys are enjoying this, by the way. I'm learning a lot too from you guys. COVID is always interesting. I always find COVID very interesting case. The only thing that sucks is that my lips are in so much pain. I just want to like rip out my lips. So Okay, so let's talk about TikTok, guys. So, I'm not a huge user, but I'm supposed to be using TikTok for my K-pop content, but it's so hard. TikTok is like the hardest thing, guys. So don't ever start on TikTok, guys. So some Biden administration officials think TikTok will remain security risk as long as it is owned by Chinese company. Ooh. TikTok's also a Zoomer for me too. You guys, don't say that. We're officially saying that you guys are 21. I don't like the fact that you guys are saying we're old. We're not old. We should be young. Tiruri. Sniff, sniff. Thank you, Natu. Because if you guys want, the moment you guys say, I can't use this because we're old, even I should stop saying that. But if we say that, then we're agreeing the fact that we're so old. So TikTok's used by more than 100 million Americans, and businesses see it as a way to connect with customers, which is true. So, citing security concerns over TikTok, some Biden administration officials are pushing for a sale of the Chinese-owned company USA operations to ensure Beijing cannot harness the app for espionage and political influence, according to people familiar with the situation. The proposal for a forced sale of Ericsson in discussion by the Committee on Foreign Investment in the U.S. An interagency government panel that has been negotiating with TikTok for more than 2 years on a way to wall off the company's data and operations from the Chinese government. Wait, so this is saying that they're trying to negotiate with TikTok's to not sell companies' data and operations to Chinese government? Is that correct? Am I understanding this right? Sorry, I'm like leaning towards one side, so I'm gonna move this here. Pentagon and Justice Department representatives on the panel are among the supporting a forced sale, citing the risk of Beijing accessing TikTok data or influencing the video that Americans view on TikTok. They say these issues can only be addressed by separating the app from its Chinese owner. 그러게. So do you really think China takes data? %, really? Sorry, I'm just kind of keeping. So do you guys know of any US country that also takes data? Honestly, as a old lady, really don't think Zoomers would care of their data being taken by the government. 근데 my question is, where would Chinese government use this data for? That's kind of my question too, Drone. Oh, sorry, I should change this. let me change this. Wait, sorry, I just cannot read today. I'm just going to go very slowly if that's okay with everyone. But I'm going to be sure. So I kind of agree with what Dancing Drone said of that's what I initially thought. Okay, like all I see on TikTok is like I could have my Gucci on. Do you guys know this? I could have my Louis Vuitton, but even if I've nothing on, bet I made you look. I made you look. Na 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 na. Something on, and I could have my hoodie. Da 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 da. Bet I made you look. I made you look. Anyone? Don't tell me you guys are all boomers that you guys don't know this. No one knows this. Zero people know this. How? How do you not know this? Excuse me, sir. How do you not know this? Well, they can use that data to influence politics. US law pretty much state that companies have to share data when asked. They would use this data to make better propaganda for the Westerners. If you gather enough data, you can change the news people see and benefit yourself. Oh, I can't believe you guys don't know this. They'll realize how much brain rot we consume watching US TikTok. Israel, US, UK are major players in industrial espionage. Wait, how do you guys not know that? I still can't believe you guys don't know this though. So a couple of things. I'll have questions. I'm trying to use this. That's true. Even I can be influencing you guys right now talking here. Like, I bet there's someone who's listening to me right now in chat thinking, oh my god, Jinri is saying that TikTok is bad. Oh my god, that's so bad. All these Zoomers. So that's true. And that's probably where China can use this. They could be like, you know what? I can use what US likes in terms of, oh, I see US men enjoy sexy girls. They do not enjoy guys dancing to 02. Then they could be like, while dancing to 02, because it will attract them to watch you, they could be like, China is really good. We can do politics. You should follow us. And it'll like brainwash them. That's their marketing, guys. So they can use the data that they've gathered, analyze it, and create videos related to it. Yeah. Thinking, oh my god, I have to give Jinri a ton of money. Oh, wait, let's do that. 02 dancers, I am here to brainwash. Please give me money. Da 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 da. Where is my donation? I'm doing 02. Let's go. Da da da. Let me see. 5 gifted sub. I'm brainwashing you. Da da. Why? Where are my Americans to donate money? So the question to answering Sorry, I'm trying to like organize myself because I'm thinking of reading really this by myself. So my first question was, how will they use the data from TikTok? Because all we see are 02 slash dancing slash random skit slash I don't know what you guys watch on TikTok, etc. And then you could be like, you know, they can gather data on what people's worldview and then make videos catering to different people's worldview. So what did Trump admin try to do to ban TikTok? Did they even do anything? Not sure. Have you seen American marketing? What's American marketing? Did they do any marketing in US? Guys, my throat is so much pain. It's in so much pain. Let me go get some candy. 나 목이 너무 아프다. I hate this. Guys, let me go get my throat candy that I bought for this. 망했어요. 지금 목이 완전 부었어. 심지어 아까 코로나 얘기를 했을 때도 목에 힘을 빡 줘가지고 정말 아파요. 나 프로폴리스도 있는데 유자차는 없어요. Okay, so back to TikTok, guys. So we're talking about a government that, in our own intelligence community's estimation, has a purpose to move global technology use and norms to privilege its own interest and its value, which are not consistent with our own. That's the perspective I bring to these issues. So this is kind of basically what they're saying about this matter, right? Capiche? So then the Treasury Department is worried that such an order might be overturned in court and is looking for other possible solution. So court thinks that China will never sell TikTok, which even if I'm Chinese government, I'd be like, dude, TikTok makes my money. Imagine how much money they're getting from TikTok. Like how much, fame they're getting through TikTok. Like no one has ever heard of Douyu platform, have you? Like no one knows about it. You will only know TikTok. What are some famous Chinese company that you guys know of? Like it's like the same thing with Africa TV. If people are like, if US thinks that Africa TV is like bad, it's like yeah. Well, I don't know Ant Group. What's Ant Group? Oh yeah, Alibaba. Yeah. But you don't really use Alibaba in other countries, do you? I guess Tencent's also popular. A White House spokesman declined to comment on a continuing CFIUS case. I don't know what that is. So the widely popular TikTok is used more than 10 million Americans and increasingly by business as a way to connect with customers. And then I'm gonna say so even Biden, the only thing I guess Biden and Trump Oppa have comment is that they actually think that TikTok is, they're trying to figure out a way for Chinese government to stop use of TikTok. And President Biden rescinded Mr. Trump's attempt ban after taking office, saying it wasn't enforceable in the wake of two separate federal court rules, which the Biden administration decided not to appeal. Wait, what does this say? Ah. But then on Thursday, TikTok has said it had fired employees and tightened protocol after discovering they had. 봐봐, 이것 봐, 미친 거 아니야? Look at that. Look at this. Can you believe that happened? Oh yeah, AliExpress is pretty popular. I didn't know about this issue, guys. Did you guys know about this? So TikTok parents said they improperly access user data. Dude, you might not know that there might be people who's selling the data to other countries, to Chinese government right now. So TikTok declined to comment on the prospect of a forced sale. It said it believed it can address the concern that the US raised. Oh, by saying the prospect of the forced sale. And then since 2020, TikTok has been negotiating with US officials on an arrangement. So this has been going on for 2 years, and I guess this happened again because of the Thursday's accident, right? 어떻게 해야 되나? What should we do about this, right? Very unfortunate. Okay, taking a little long time than normal of this matter. So TikTok declined to comment on the. Oh wait, sorry, I read that. As a result of those talks, they have agreed to have the data of American users managed by a subsidiary called TikTok US Data Security. Really? So only vetted employees of the subsidiary could access user data. And then it would be monitored by Oracle and other approved third parties whose servers would store the data and overseen by a third-person board composed of US national security experts. So it's saying that this is going on, right? The agreement would also give Oracle the power to examine TikTok's recommendation algorithm, which gives priority to the short video that users see. Despite these promises, some US officials and lawmakers say they believe that no Chinese companies could withstand pressure from the Chinese government to turn over information. So even if they do all this, guys, even if this is going on, they're actually saying, but we still worry. You know? Is there no way to trace if they've actually taken data? Not really. So Many of these same people say they are concerned that China could seek to dictate videos that are shown or blocked on TikTok in a bid to influence US popular opinion, because they have more than 100 million users. And then they said that TikTok poses legitimate national security concerns, but the people familiar with internal CFIUS discussions say Treasury officials are concerned an attempt to force a sale could be caught up in a protracted legal battle the government could ultimately lose. So one case, Is there any other important thing we want to talk about? Wow. So the Pentagon, State Department, and other agencies have already banned TikTok on government-issued smartphone and other devices. So if you were to log into TikTok or, you know, like on the smartphone or device, and Congress recently voted to expand that ban to all government agencies. And then the other concern is that TikTok pushes out what the American consumer audience sees. Wow. The people involved with worrying and making these political policies probably don't even know how the internet works. Okay, so guys, I have a question. So going on with this situation, so let's kind of talk about this issue, guys. So, guys, TikTok security dilemma revives push for US control. Long word but short, they're saying, hey, we're still worried. They were worried back in 2020. They're still worried, right? And, oops, sorry, I can't spell today. So, you know, we read about this article and that they were, you know, taking data. They made some promises, right? They made some promises in terms of not downloading TikTok, obviously, would be the number one. And other things would be, you know, we're gonna actually give US a data center. But US is still worried, hey, you guys are, you know, following communism, and for you guys, actually, the Chinese government is quote-unquote God. If they want data, you will give them data. And that's what they worry. So what should US do? First of all, is it really a threat? Is my first question. Since we already talked about how will they use it, and we've concluded that they can, you know, gather the data that they've seen, and then we can kind of identify, hey, we noticed that, you know, you guys who's American age, you know, between 30 to 40 actually enjoy sexy undies, you know, who are usually wearing bras from only Victoria's Secret. Not better outcome came when they were wearing some other brand, but Victoria's Secret. So they can be like, hey, we're gonna wear this nice Victoria's Secret booba uni with nice body, you know, like nice bikini, Victoria's Secret branded bikini, and we're going to use that and give wrong or one-sided information to the US government or US people, to USA Americans basically. And they're going to say, and the message is going to portray saying, hey, give money to Jinrico. Give money, you know, to Jinrico. That's what all the girl dancers are gonna do, with the ones wearing the bikini secret, you know, bikinis, right? So, to your mind, if you hear this, honestly, you would think to yourself, like, I'm not gonna trust these bikini unnies that, like, I should be giving money. I'll just be staring at the bikinis unnie. I won't be even listening to their message. So, is this really a threat? Do you think China is really a threat to, like, the government when they take data from TikTok? It's not even like, you know, it's not like YouTube. I would say maybe if YouTube was a Chinese version, because, you know, I know TikTok uploads a lot of like political issues too, but if you compare it with like YouTube or other areas, it's not that much, right? So, what are your thoughts? Does it really have a political influence when it comes to China knowing about all the information? Would this be a threat? How will this be a threat? I'm not getting the ideal image of how this will be a threat to US. And I'm guessing this is a lot of the reason why there's still that 100 million people using TikTok. How is it a threat? Yeah, maybe they'll sell my data, but what I have on TikTok, maybe they'll have my email address, maybe access to my Facebook account, because I could connect it, or Instagram. Maybe for some I'll have my phone number. But like, are you gonna call me and say I should follow the Chinese order? Is it concern not having TikTok taking data from outside the app on phone? So here it seems that they were more focusing, as you read here, is that, you know, that they'll take data in TikTok. I don't think they can have access to other data in the phone through TikTok. Is that even possible? They had Blizzard disqualify a Hearthstone winner because he advocated for democracy in Hong Kong. Oh yeah. How the hell did you check that out? I thought the main concern here is saying that data in TikTok, not data on phone. Can you get data of your phone? They have been tracking links you click in TikTok to see what you clicked on. And for example, Twitter. So tracking link, it's a threat. They can track link. And they don't control it. What is it here? Yeah. Because they're saying they don't control TikTok. Indirect methods. Okay, so what is important information that you will steal on your phone? Ah, thank you. 근데 내가 만약 what's on your phone that's important? Let's see. I have my bank account. Contact list. What else do we have? My messages, my application. So it's a threat because like they can indirectly have access to my phone basically. So what's in your phone? We have contact. We have messages, application. Oh, important images related to work setting. Ah. And then government critical messages you might have sent to your friend. So it is a threat then. So it's not just TikTok that they would be going through. They could indirectly, maybe illegally access your phone. Wow, that's scary. That's really scary if that allows you. Like they could see my sexy booba picture. Or they could see your sexy booty picture too. Oh yeah, follow my Instagram. It's not about the data concern that much. So Geralt G4, I'll call you. It's more about US government trying to avoid another Russia gate where another country can influence social topics. I think that's also another set of data. So I think then this article has more like, so the main, or not the main, the public, more like the public concern that government has with TikTok is that we are worrying that they will use the data in TikTok to analyze, like we already mentioned, and give an influence to social media is like the main, like the public picture. But then the, you know, the private, like in the back end, in the back story, or the, you know, behind the scene, it's more like, yeah, well, and then they could indirectly or illegally access our phone to get any important data in terms of whether you're a ABC, ETC, everything. So that's why even if TikTok has agreed to, in the last paragraph as we read, giving all the data center to the US to control, you know, we had Oracle who's also part of it. They're still saying that they're worried because quote unquote China could be like, yeah, we don't care, give me that, you give me your data, even if you've agreed to it. So that's unfortunate. Problem is that the government doesn't even know what and how to regulate. They just want US data to stay in the US and no one else to have access to it. So then how would you identify that problem though? My new phone. Oh, which new phone did you get, Farmer? TechCrunch had a story covering in-app keylogging, but yeah, I'm not seeing anything about sensitive data like contacts from a Citizen Lab analysis. What is Citizen Lab analysis? Though these might not activate on a average citizen, but government phone. Yeah. A government phone? So that's why they must have deleted all government phone. US is already so skilled at misinformationing its own population. Do you think China can beat them? Well, I maybe that's actually funny. I think they will set ego level, Joel. That was pretty funny. So kind of going off of what G4 said in terms of they don't know their own problem, man. Well, how should they regulate it? How should regulation be done for this? What do you think? If you were CEO right now, or not CEO, sorry. If you're the government and you're really worried that they'll steal the data, do you think it's smart for US to just be like, hey, give me everything. Give me not just data, give me your company. Do you think that's smart? Just for US to be like, give me company. And that's... who in the world will give it, you know? Honestly, you know, I know Trump is very strong with his words and kind of very attention-grabbing human being, but the best way is just to delete it and not use it. But for these teens to not use it, what do they have to do? Make a better app than TikTok. That's what they should be doing. This is basically the solution. You know, if you're worried that TikTok is gonna be like taking all the data, just get China's like app not in US if that's what government is worrying about. I feel like it's simple as that. But for some people, they might be like, well, that could, you know, result to being racism. You know, why are you discriminating against Chinese people? Blah, blah, blah. But if that's what you're really worrying, then what better way is there? So, making something better than TikTok? Or just stick with Facebook! Oh, thank you, Matt. Thanks for providing a good data. If I can figure out where you posted it. If they can prove it is dangerous, then discrimination would be a moot argument. Ah, of the... 우와, 이거 뭐야? 오, 와. Matt, this looks so... high quality. So honestly, they should just focus on, okay, I'm worried about TikTok. First of all, I feel like we should worry about who's using TikTok. Who's using TikTok? Right? If it's, okay, honestly, not dissing Zoomers, but if it's all Zoomers, do you think they will spend watching political data? Political? You know, would they be, at least in the public argument that they're making in terms of, hey, we're worried that you're gonna make something telling US is bad, China is good, let's get a war started. I mean, that's completely not true. But for example, do you think Zoomers are gonna be like, oh, there's a war, China's good, we're gonna move to China, we're gonna give all information that we know of, that we learned in high school, to Chinese government? Honestly speaking, what really, you know, what I think they should be worried about is definitely, yeah, deleting. Delete TikTok. For those who are very influential to the US government, they should actually not just recommend it, but force them to be like, don't use it though. That's how a lot of Taiwanese people think about China? Really? Yeah. The only reason China doesn't allow all American app is what they believe in, what the political status is right now. So that's true. That's true. They could actually say the dictator is like the best man out there, you know. That's what we should do. Honestly, the kids are, yeah, maybe Zoomers are gonna believe it. They're gonna think China's awesome and cool, right? Or at least like the government and stuff. Yeah. I don't know about you guys. Honestly, I would just be like, oh, that's true. Okay, you bought me. Yeah. I honestly, I'm sorry to everyone who's a good human being, but they should really delete TikTok. Like first of all, I don't understand why TikTok is pre-downloaded. There are a couple of like phones that pre-download TikTok for me, and I was just disgusted by that. So this should stop. And I just feel like if they don't want this to happen, they should force it on their own people, their own like US people saying, yeah, no. The EU had regulation on what data and how can they access it for companies like Google and YouTube. I just can't read the EU wall. Oh, is it in? Why? Why can't you read it though? Why US allow TikTok be used by Americans in the first place? That's a great question. So if you were a Zoomer, I mean, kind of imagine back in college, would you be using TikTok? I think I would. Like, I like dancing. I see all the cool kids use it. Why not use it? So they really need to, honestly, just to make a conclusion of how to fix this situation, is make YouTube or Instagram better. Like, that's the only way. And basically move everyone out of TikTok. That's how they're going to solve this issue. Just by them sitting down and like twiddling their thumbs, which they're probably not, but they're still going like, oh, well, like, I don't know what to do about TikTok. You guys shouldn't download it. Or like, they don't even say that. They're just like, we're just having a big concern that they're going to steal the data. Do you think young adults are going to understand what this means? So what about the data? Look at me. Even I'm sitting here being like, so what about the data? Like, are they going to take my 02 dancing and like use it on like some area? So. Yeah, TikTok gives me ADHD too. We all moved to Facebook because our parents got onto MySpace. Then when Facebook got too boomer, they moved to Instagram, then Snapchat, and now TikTok. Yeah, so just move to a different platform. They need to force it to use it on a different platform. And US, you're good at basically trying to change their mindset. So I don't let me schooling get in the way of my education. Though I agree, schooling could shift to being post-industrial. Oh, okay. Put all the boomers on TikTok. Okay, guys, everyone, we want you to start downloading TikTok on a phone that you don't use and there's no data that should be taken. So it would be hard to explain to them, as they honestly wouldn't want to listen to that about TikTok. I honestly do agree. And especially these like hard words. Honestly speaking, I don't know why they like would even write a news article. I mean, it is very important news, but like, you're trying to get the message out to like whatever percentage of people who's using TikTok. Yeah, I'm using TikTok. I should probably delete it, but I'm somewhat still an influencer. I still have to get my words out there, right? So that's really unfortunate, but I should really delete TikTok, by the way. But yeah. But if you're gonna write this news, no one's going to be on the Wall Street Journal, which also costs money. And we want to also thank Jolly for letting me read this. But they're not gonna be like, oh, so what about the TikTok security? Not all Zoomers are like this, but guys, face it. The recent trend, they don't want to read. They just want to watch something for 10 seconds. If you're gonna have a news article saying TikTok is very dangerous, people shouldn't use it because they're gonna take data because of ABC reason, they're just gonna be like, BS, I don't listen to you. I'm gonna watch my 02 dancing. End of story. So But I think we just don't give a chance and we just don't give them a chance and delete it. Yeah. EU did ban Android from pre-installing Google apps. For example, you have to download the apps from the Play Store. Oh, they had that? Right? So the government could just pay influencers they look up to inform them. That would help. I honestly do agree. They need to do that. Like, I'm gonna put this on YouTube. I'm gonna make a separate video and then I'm gonna do that. But it just sucks. Have an Unni with Booba dance in Victoria's Secret and tell them to uninstall. Sorry, that criteria only works for ages above 30. I swear to God, the young kids look at something else. By the way, this is kind of a side story. So let me just kind of end TikTok, and I think I'm gonna take a early run for today. Because I want to recreate the TikTok video by myself. I feel embarrassed talking, like having you guys on, because I feel like I don't know. Or should I just film it here again? I kind of want to organize this talk instead of just having it up there. Yeah. But what did I want to say, guys? Oh, I was like, no, I'm embarrassed by myself because I feel like I'm gonna say it wrong. So I feel like I need a bunch of cuts, but I feel bad making you guys watch me while I do this. So I'm gonna just do it separately. And I feel bad I keep doing this, and I feel like I'm not a good streamer because I need to stream more than 3 hours. But I feel like it bores you guys, so. Are there countries that have fully banned TikTok? No. Even Korea uses it a lot. I don't know what's really good about TikTok. And it sucks because we don't even have people here who uses TikTok, right? China wouldn't ban TikTok, I swear to God. By the way, I was on Instagram. Maybe I should just recreate it right here. Oh yeah, okay. Oh my God, you sound just like Jolly. You sound just like Loco. Can I just tell you guys a funny story that I heard? So I was like on Instagram. I was trying to tell Bubbly to like do a couple of like the dances and stuff. And like she like I like told her to make just a new account because that it's, you know, because of the algorithm. You don't want to be biased because she's been watching like dog videos. She like told me one day, she's like, Jinri, I've been just getting dog videos. I don't know how you find new videos. I'm like, because your algorithm is catered towards dogs. So I told her to like start a new account for a sec and then like just see, or like not even just log in. And she like, I think she didn't log in or something, and like she was looking at like the reels and she started getting like Oya undies, like holy cow, like this girl is basically wearing panties and like tightening the panties to see her like stuff and filming it on Instagram. And there was a lot of like those 19+ porns on Instagram. Maybe this is why they're on TikTok. That was kind of crazy. So I was kind of shocked. That was the most shocking thing I've seen so far. I just wanted to Can you link that video on Discord for research? No. So Australia. Yeah. Oh, so I guess India did report it. Oh no, tell me who that was so I can avoid them. Yeah. No. Never gonna make a video on here. Why not? What's why not? So I've been actually like clipping important sections on it, so. Has there been a discussion in Korea to partially ban TikTok? Actually, I don't think so. That's a great question. Oh, thank you, Fendi. I'm gonna put... Oh, Fendi, can you like put that... Give me that article that you found on that. Let me check Korea for you guys. Actually, Jin님, are you there? Jin님, thank you. Because I was gonna do this. 아, 진짜 목 너무 간다. 저 혹시 한국 기사 중에 틱톡 그 금지시키는 기사 있는지 혹시 확인만 해주실 수 있어요? 뭐라고 쳐야 될지 모르겠어. That's why I was going to start a. Oh no, today I was supposed to do the easy learning content. 아, 완전 까먹었다. 아, 미치겠네. 아유, 진짜 바본가. 아, I'm so stupid. I'm super stupid. 이게? Look, I prepared articles. 그 기사가 링크 하나 줄 수 있어요? Yeah, I think after this I'm going to have to end stream because I can't even spell today. I'm going to end stream or just turn off my cam and maybe just play a little bit of Lost Ark. But thanks guys for helping me out with this. Understanding. Where is the section? Oh, here. Oh really? That sucks. You have 4 days to work in it? Oh really? Okay, so are you ready to start my YouTube video? See, I made cuts. I thought that'd be important. Hehe. Don't I have nice makeup on? But it keeps dying in the corner, guys. It sucks. I wish I could do this for an article every day, but I'll try my best, guys. I sound so dead. Okay. Sorry, this is the real timestamp for TikTok, by the way. Hi everyone, today we're here to talk about TikTok. There has been another dilemma of whether or not TikTok should still be here. Should it be banned or not? So let's get more about it. Timestamp. Sorry. 본격적으로 제한을 거는 거 아직 미국 안에서도 위주로 일어나는 상황 같다고요? 한국은 진짜 그 캠페인 되는 거 혹시 그거에 대해서 뭐지? 링크 있어요? 캠페인도 올리게. 아티클 올렸어요? 감사해요. Wow, actually in Korea, they're advertising TikTok, by the way. Or they're advertising to use TikTok for good campaign use. 대박이다. Isn't that shocking? 사회 복지 쓰는 거잖아. Okay, guys, so today there was a very popular news in terms of TikTok. So, we saw a news article that quotes TikTok security dilemma revives push for US control. Lots of big issues about this because actually Biden administration officials think TikTok will remain security risk as long as it's owned by the Chinese company. So we're going to read through. I pointed out some important sections of the news article so that we could talk about them. So first of all, the reason why is that Pentagon and Justice Department are saying that the risk of Beijing accessing TikTok data or influencing the video that Americans view, they think that it's bad. Since ByteDance, which is the company that owns TikTok, will one day sell the data to the Chinese government. And they've also quoted saying, we're talking about a government that, in our own intelligence community's estimation, has a purpose to move global technology use and norms to privilege its own interest and its value, which are not consistent with our own, right? So, long time ago, this actually wasn't the first time that was concerning to US. Actually, former president Donald Trump was trying to have an attempt to force TikTok to come under US control, then tried to impose a ban on the app. This was also very controversial that day. So we had lots of, why are you banning from one side? And then the other side was like, that's a good job, which kind of makes sense. So this is why I wanted to kind of tackle this, because I was actually on the side of why. It's like, hey, kids are using it, they're enjoying it. Just because it's a Chinese app, just because you hate China, why are you trying to ban it? So the reason why is actually last Thursday, TikTok had a news article saying that they fired an employee or employees here because they discover that they were trying to sell the data to a bunch of journalists. So we saw an article saying that they're improperly accessing the user data. So then you get thinking, you know what? Where do you use this data, right? Because all you see, at least for me on TikTok, since I'm also a K-pop YouTuber, what do you see? Like dancing for me mostly. You see funny clips, you see surprises, singing, and famous idols also doing their challenges. So I don't really see the reason why, but I guess we kind of came to a conclusion here saying that they could be accessing for really bad use. First of all, they as in Chinese government could be collecting the data that they're using, and they could actually trying to cater whoever is actually very bad in terms of influence, and tell to those who are using TikTok saying, hey, actually, you guys don't trust the news, trust TikTok. The person that we're talking about is actually bad. That sucks. And I know some people might be like, well, US is doing the same thing. Like, why does that matter? You know what? US isn't really doing a good job of giving, direct information. And so, that people can easily be manipulated. It actually gives you a great reason of why we should be worrying that these type of data in terms of like what you view on and everything should be like taken care of. Also on the side though, we also realize that there's also a threat in terms of not only you would be accessing the data in TikTok, but illegally you could also access data in terms of your phone. So what's in your phone, if you think about it, you have your contact, you have your messages, bunch of your apps, and maybe even important images related to your work setting or any information that because you maybe might be working in some government related field, or your company is related to that related to government. So then you could be like to your friends, oh my god, the other day I was hearing like Biden Opar say ABC to your friends, and that could be being sent to the Chinese government. You never know what is going to be happening. Review your app permission. Most apps ask for access to your data. They have no reason to access. That is true. Like, if you download the app and if it requires you to use the camera and also needs to access your files or your pictures, and you click on yes, they will be able to see all your pictures. That's how scary this data concept is. It's like a little bug that can go everywhere and you won't even notice it, right? So that's why data is very important and very deadly at the same time of being sent to other places. So I hope everyone takes this matter seriously of, is it being sold or not? Now, so what has TikTok been doing since US and TikTok's been talking since 2020? They actually agreed to have the data of American users managed by the subsidiary called TikTok US Data Security. This means that TikTok US Data Security will be accessing the US data of TikTok. Yeah, it could be good, right? So they're also saying that the subsidiary will be monitored by approved third parties, including Oracle, a very, very good company that we all trust. And then the servers would be stored probably in the US and overseen by a third-person board composed of US national security experts, as people mentioned. And this would also give opportunity to Oracle to examine TikTok's recommendation algorithm, which gives priority to the short videos that users see. Perfect. So here you'd be like, okay, Jinri, I understand that data is bad, but hey, guess what? US is actually taking care of the data, so what's the big problem with it? Well, you know what? Where's my other short version? Okay, well, I guess I didn't put it in, but I lost the capture. But they're actually worrying that, yeah, US takes care of it, but China still has the data, right? So whenever the Chinese government is going to be like, oh, I need to see that data, the company is going to accept it. And this is just because of what Chinese believe in. Like, their government style is somewhat similar to that. We're not going to probably go deep into in terms of politics, because that could be a deadly route in terms of when I'm going to upload this on YouTube. But that's basically what they're saying. So what should US be doing to prevent this? Honestly, I think they should just ban it, as we agreed with my chat, and that they shouldn't be using it. Would be ideal. But the biggest issue is, how are we going to force these young kids to not use TikTok? And of course, there's people maybe in like the 20s or the 30s who's using it, but they'll probably understand when we say, hey, your data is being stolen. You know, most people will get the idea. But for young adults, especially teenagers, it's really hard to understand this information. So they really need to figure out a better way of them not using TikTok, and figuring out other better US apps if they're really trusting the fact that, hey, we're okay with US taking the data, but we're not okay with China taking the data. They do have, you know, like, what? Instagram, YouTube, so they can maybe do some cooperation. They can maybe work with influencers, maybe someone like me, and we could actually give out a data, which people might not like it because you're getting money, you're getting paid to give out information about this. But if it really connects to your safety and and if that's what US is concerned about, that's what they should be doing, instead of trying to buy a company where they will not sell it unless it's probably for a very, very expensive price. So in terms of banning, what I also looked into, or I guess we got help from chat, was, guess what? Lots and lots of countries did ban TikTok, which I did bring it here. So we found a news article that says new bill would ban TikTok in the US, but it faced long odds. Here it does say that Australia did ban TikTok, and Taiwan is looking into banning it and removing it, and obviously India did block it. What was kind of ironic is that I'm from Korea. We kind of looked at the Korean market as well, and they did say that they're actually doing a lot of partnership with TikTok, and maybe using it for any, like, for this instance, they're actually using it for if any teenagers are trying to, you know, do any suicidal type of deal, then they're using TikTok to prevent it. So they're actually using TikTok for a good cause, and worrying less about data. But I feel like Korea is a little different, because they do use the data, personal data, a little bit differently. But I guess we'll have to see. It really depends on how US is going to work around with TikTok, and I think that by then Korea would be like, yeah, well then I guess ban it. But yeah, it kind of depends all to what US is going to do, because you know, they are a big market there. So this ends my little update of the current TikTok situation. It's not really good probably in terms of TikTok. I don't know if they're going to, if US is going to actually try to buy TikTok from the Chinese company. We'll have to see about that. But TikTok does bring in a lot of money to China, so we'll have to see. And this concludes my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, learned a little bit more about what you think about TikTok. So be careful what you upload. And I should be not saying this because I unfortunately have to use TikTok, but I guess I might have to step away from TikTok. So that's all. Is Elon really reviving Vine? 아무래도 한국은 중국에서 보복성 조치라도 하게 된다면 미국에 비해 영향이 훨씬 많이 되니 강하게 제한 못하는 것도 있어 보이고요. 맞아, 그럴 수 있긴 해요. 맞아. So that's all for my TikTok video. I'm not gonna even like try to stop this. That was fun. So, guys, today I'm like sick. And I don't know if you heard, but in between, I was trying not to cough. But I'm going to try to do this once a day. And I have really fun content prepared for like my business stock day. So for those who are new to my stream, I hope you guys can visit more often. I'm just feeling not really good today. Especially like today's like the day I have to talk a lot. So I don't know if you can see, but I also have my cold sore really bad. You can see this like white little space here. So I'm gonna try to do less talking. Do I wanna stream? I'm trying to think whether or not I should just play Lost Ark. Because that requires no talking for me. And you know, like fill in my time, because I do have to fill in my time. So yeah, I think I might actually just do that. Why not? So yeah, we'll slowly but surely move on. Do I want to stop recording?